Okay, what do we have here today? We are going to learn how to add and subtract negative, positive numbers. My name is Mr. Henriksen. This is Garage Math. This is one of my favorite lessons to do. I like to do this lesson with students. Currently, these are who I have to work with. So I went ahead and pulled out some bobbleheads from my garage shelves that have been there for 10 years and then 20 years before that. So I'm gonna show you how to do this. I'm not gonna give you any math rules, right? Take the absolute value. Okay, so here's the team. This is part one, by the way. We're gonna have a part two. It's gonna be a little trickier. So if you know how to add and subtract positive, negative numbers, maybe you've already seen my examples using real life people, send this to somebody who doesn't know how to do it. Maybe a 6th grader, 7th grader, 5th grader, smart 4th grader, and get everybody on board. Get everybody into negative world. Choo choo. Okay, the positives. These are all Oakland A's. This is Carney Lansford. That was my mom's favorite player. Tim Hudson. Mark Mulder. Very handsome guy. My wife always had a crush on him. Barry Zito. They were called the Bash Brothers. No, they were the Big Three. They might have even had a better name than that. Then you have Bobby Crosby, who is currently first base coach. He was Rookie of the Year. Jason Giambi, he was MVP in 2000. Then we had Eric Chavez, who had a ton of gold gloves. I have another bobblehead of him. Eckersley, one of the greatest closers of all time. He is responsible for me breaking my couch in the 1988 World Series against the Dodgers. He was pitching. Kirk Gibson was up. All my friends were at my house. We were going, eck, 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 eck. Javier Castellanos was on the couch. He was the Dodger fan. Pitches it, home run. We see Javier. He all of a sudden says, whoa, we won. And me and all my friends dogpiled him, and we busted the couch. I'll always remember that. Mark Kotze, who is now the coach of the Sacramento A's. This is when he was a player. So these are the positives. Okay, now we have the negative team. This is Honey Bear. My grandma made this for me when I was 5 years old. There's my name. We have Peja. We have my dogs that used to look like this. They're dead now. This was Katie. This was Charlie. We have, this isn't Bugs Bunny, but it looks like Bugs Bunny. This is just a cool dude. And this is a Hawaiian girl, bobblehead, and Master Yoda. Okay, so these are the negatives. So what happens is it's kind of like we're going to bring them together. So when we bring them together, we're going to use them using math, and then that's how, oh, these are Miguel Tejada's feet. Miguel Tejada was one of my favorite players. He was also an MVP. His feet says 2002. When I was setting up this demonstration, I dropped him. Now, these are really nice bobbleheads. These are like thick, ceramic-y bobbleheads. I used to go to the Oakland Coliseum like 5 hours early to get these. It's how I actually met my wife. She has fond memories of these. I dropped him, his leg busted. I'm currently having it glued at the moment, and then we're gonna put his feet back on. So I feel kind of bad about Tejada. So he's gonna go ahead and go on the IR, but he would have made the list. I have like 40 more up there, but I didn't need that many. I do have a couple current A's. I have Brent Rooker, home run king for them, and I have Mason Miller, who throws 104 miles an hour for the San Diego Padres. Okay, let's get going. Okay, so I did some math problems on the board. If you can do all these and you don't need any of this, well, you can watch the show or send this to a friend, but I'm gonna do all 6 of these using these models. Number 1 is -7 plus 2. So and is plus. So we're gonna bring 7 of these dudes out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 of them. So there's -7 and +2. We're gonna bring out Mulder and Hudson. So we have 2 positives. And we have 7 negatives. Negative 7 plus 2. So the way this works is this is going to be like a rumble. They're going to fight. It's like West Side Story. There's nothing like singing and dancing and fighting that makes a really good musical. Or The Outsiders, that's a good one, except Pony Boy gets in trouble. In this game, the negative 7 plus the positive 2, 1 for 1 ends up killing each other. Sounds a little violent, but when you're teaching 12-year-olds and 11-year-olds, it keeps their attention. Okay, negative 7 plus 2. So the first thing you're going to say is, who do you think is going to win the fight? The negatives or the positives? Well, the negatives are going to win the fight because they have the positives way outnumbered. So, okay, so Hudson steps up, Peja steps up, wham! They're eliminated. Okay, Mulder steps up, Bugs Bunny lookalike steps up, wham! They're eliminated. 1 for 1, no superheroes. Nobody gets to take out 2 people. Otherwise, Yoda would just wipe everybody out. Okay, so then the question is, how many are left? Well, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is left. Well, okay, then what's the sign of what's left? The negatives are left. Negative 7 plus 2 is negative 5. Okay, that was fun. Let's put everybody back on their team again. And we're going to do some more. Okay, so let's get these guys out of here. All right, what's the next problem? I should have written it down so I don't have to keep turning it around. The next problem is 4 plus negative 5. Positive 4 and negative 5. Positive 4. Okay, so we're going to bring out 4 positives. Okay, 4 positives. Positive 4. And then it's negative 5. Negative 5. 4 plus negative 5. Okay, let's make sure we get Charlie in negatives. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we had negative 5 plus 4. 4 plus negative 5. Wham! This is going to be a really close fight. The question is going to be who's going to win the fight. Well, you should automatically see that the negatives are going to win the fight because there's more of them. And it's 1 for 1. Boom! 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 And boom! Who's left? Katie's left. She was a beautiful dog. She lived to be like 14. So we have one remaining person left, and it's a negative. How many is left? 1. So negative 1. So when we teach these, we always say, okay, well, I can't talk about pizza yet because we're not there yet. Who's going to win the fight? Well, the negatives are going to win the fight. Okay, next problem. Ooh, yikes. 6 plus negative 6. Okay. Positive 6. So we have 2, 4, 6. Oh, Carney took a nosedive. We have 6 positives. We're going to have 6 negatives. Let's get Peja in here and Yoda in here. 6 positives and 6 negatives. This is what I like to call wipeout. 6 positives plus 6 negatives. 1 for 1, 1 for 1, 1 for 1. You see what's happening here. When you add opposites, everybody takes out everybody. Who wins the fight? Nobody wins the fight. What's left over? Nobody's left over. 0. Negative 6 plus 6 is 0. Okay, I think we have 3 more. Negative 3 plus negative 2. Now we're going to throw a curveball at you. The positives hate the negatives. They're always going to fight. But see, you have 3 negatives that are just right here. Remember, plus means and. Positive 3 and positive 2. Now coming around the corner is this cool dude and Hawaiian girl, but they're negatives. Negative 3 and negative 2. They hook up, but here's the question. Are they going to fight or are they going to go to pizza? So what they're going to say is, oh man, what are you guys doing? Hey, how are you? I'm doing well. Do you guys want to go get some pizza? Yeah! And then they all go and get pizza together. So negative 3 plus negative 2 is negative 5. They add because they go to pizza. So when we do these problems, I always will ask over and over and over until they get it, are we going to pizza or are we fighting? If we're fighting, who wins the fight and how many is left over and who's left over? Okay? All right, 2 more. 2 plus 2. And some of you are like, oh my gosh, I've been doing that since kindergarten. I know, but the rule's the same. So you have positive 2, and all of a sudden, yo, positive 2, and positive 2 more. What are we doing? Are we gonna fight? No, we're teammates. So let's go get pizza. Or maybe we'll get a hot dog and some sunflower seeds. Oh, look at this. They're bobbling their heads. They're like, that sounds awesome. 2 plus 2. They don't subtract, they go together. They add. It's positive 4. Okay, that was cool. All right, 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, last one. 4 plus negative 3. I don't think they've won a fight yet. 4 plus negative 3. So it's positive 4. Positive 4, positive 4. We got Mulder, Carney, Crosby, and Shabby. Eric Chavez signed my mitt many years ago. They played the River Cats because the River Cats used to belong to the A's. And I had that mitt forever. And it looked, actually, the signature looked like Vic Chu. If you looked at the actual signature and you didn't know that Eric Chavez signed my glove. So I used to always tell people I had a famous baseball player who signed my mitt. I played old man softball. I wasn't a kid. And they used to look at it and they go, wow, who did Vic Chu used to play for? And I said, you don't know, but he was one of my favorite players. Okay, now here's what we're gonna do. We have 3 negatives. We have Hawaiian Girl. We have Honey Bear. Hi, Cameron. I'm shooting live. Do you want to come live?
No, thanks.
This is my son Cameron is a senior, and he got this lesson from me when he was in 6th grade too, and now he's one of the smartest people alive. You're gonna get tested live. 4 plus negative 3, son.
1.
Whoa! And the way he knew that was a positive and a negative, a positive and a negative, a positive and a negative, and what's left over? Carney Lansford, who was my mom's favorite baseball player when I was a kid, number 4. He used to squat just like that. Okay, that's all I have. Well done, Cameron. I'm glad you got that one right. So, just to review. We said that was negative 5. That was negative 1. That was a wipeout. That was negative 5. That was 4. And that was 1. That's how you add. Now you're going to say, wait a second, we didn't really subtract. I know we didn't. That's going to be part 2. It's a little bit trickier. Visually, it looks a little weird. But once you know how to do this, you're set up for part 2. Then we'll multiply and divide. Okay? All right, that's all I got to say. Hope you guys have a good day. Sorry about the Niners. Broncos, you know who I'm talking about. That was a close game. Okay, peace.